Let's hear it for Peter again. So thanks for coming out tonight. I'm one of those people who's always kind of feeling out of place. I think part of it is that I was born in the wrong place. I'm the child of Korean immigrants, born in the 60s in Houston, Texas. And worse yet, I was raised Southern Baptist. So I was raised to say things like, y'all better pray to Jesus. And, so I was recently having to pull out my birth certificate because my daughter was applying for a visa. And I looked at it and I was like, oh geez, there's a box for race or color. I wonder what those Texas docs put in there. And thought, well, being Texas, I'm sure they did something a little bit offensive, maybe a little colonial, like Oriental, but no, that wasn't it. And then I thought, well, maybe they chose Asian, they were being a little progressive, but that wasn't it. AAPI hadn't been invented yet. They just put the word yellow. So, I guess that makes a lot of sense. I have a lot of traumatic memories from that childhood. So being that funny yellow kid from Texas, I also didn't fit in with my own kind because I don't know if any of y'all have Korean friends, but we're all forced to learn musical instruments. So, anybody want to guess what my first musical instrument was? Very good guess, good choice, but no. That's also a very good guess and a good choice, but no. So here's the thing, my parents couldn't afford private school. They sent me to this little parochial school. For some weird reason, some Scotsman decided to return Houston, Texas, next to my principal. So when I was in third grade, I had two choices. I had pipes or drums, and I chose the Scottish bagpipes. So, then I ended up going with my school band to Scotland, and I think some journalists thought this is the weirdest thing I've seen because I ended up in a picture in a local newspaper, and I'm just thinking, what did it say? It said, "Weird yellow kid from America wears our kilts and plays our songs." And increasingly these days, another way I feel like I don't fit in is, I'm getting a bit older, and I still am making friends with all sorts of people, including people in their 20s. And the problem is that a lot of times, my favorite shows were before they were born, so like my pop culture references kind of don't hit, you know what I'm saying? And they also are people, and they also don't get it that there was a world before iPhones, forget about iPhones, there was a world before there was any cell phones, I still remember thinking it was so cool because this was the 90s and I had a pager when only doctors and drug dealers had them. Yes, oh yes, those were so great. And I was just thinking back to that, like, you're on a date, you're supposed to be on a date, you're at a restaurant, your date's not showing up, and you're kind of like, I wonder if they're running late. But you don't know. Maybe they'll remember my pager number. But then the pager goes off, and now you're screwed because you have to find his phone to call him back. So, this being New York, hi, can I use your phone? And what's the answer? No. So then you have to run around and find that other relic, the public telephone. So you're running around, and a little too late, you're kind of thinking, I wonder who was the last person who used this? And instead you're starting to ask yourself, why is my hand so sticky? But anyway, the other thing that I kind of feel old about is that, people mention dating apps. Those didn't exist when I was dating. I mean, how many of you guys have been on a dating app? Yeah. Woohoo! I know that basically I know that's the only way you can meet someone these days. But at the same time, everyone I know says they all suck. And then I kind of can't help but think, is it really the apps that suck, or is it that people suck? I mean, like when a guy doesn't show up for a date, is that the app's fault? If the person that you met online that has like a picture in front of a Porsche turns out to be unemployed and living with his mom, is that the app's fault? But here's the good news for the guys. Your fortunes look very bright. And this is the reason why. I don't know if you realize, but right now in America, women outnumber men in college 3-2. And I heard a dating expert give some advice. Because look, he said to women, there are an excess of college degree women out there. So you're gonna have to adjust your thinking. You know, you're gonna have to realize, numerically, there are not enough college degree men to go around. So one thing you gotta do is set your sights a bit lower, like not demand a college degree. And then the other thing that they recommended was, you gotta think younger, because a younger man might be more willing to have a partner who's more accomplished. So, even if you didn't make it through college, guys, just get on a clean shirt, decent pair of jeans, go to your local bar, and just wait for your sugar mom to pick you up. So the other thing that being old that brings to me is that I'm old enough to have grown children who are embarrassed by me. One of whom is right here. So the other day, you know, like I had my Yeezys on, and my daughter's like, "Why do you have those on? Those don't make you cool." And I just looked at her and I was like, "Honey, I'm way too old for this. I'm not trying to be cool for you. I'm just trying to annoy you." But both my daughters give me such a hard time about all my style choices. You know, they're like, "Dad, oh my God. You know, like, the choice of wearing this necklace, you know." But I have to admit, I get a lot of comments about this. You know, people are like, "What is that? You know, is it something with your religion?" So I say, "Yeah, it's the sin of my soul." And people look at me and they're like, "I think he's joking, but I don't want to be accused of being racist because I don't know his Asian religion." So then I'll be like, "Oh, no, it's really not." But then I swear they never believe me when I just show them what it's for.